Today, 3 signs that twin flame separation is almost over. And this is going to be very, very different from pretty much all of the other signs videos that you've seen about this topic. And the reason for that is because what I'm going to do is give you signs of things that happen to you internally, right? Like other signs videos, they're going to be telling you things like you're going to see numbers everywhere, or you're going to see their name everywhere, or somebody's going to say something to you or something like that, like some external event, right? That's not it, guys. It's stuff that happens in here. Here's why. You and your twin flame are the same soul. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that twin flames are one soul in 2 bodies. So the true signs that your twin flame is about to come in to be with you permanently are going to be felt inside, guys, not out there. And you may still be seeing numbers and seeing their name around and things like that. But those aren't really the indicators, guys. You're creating those things with your thoughts. If you're thinking about them obsessively, which chances are you are thinking about them obsessively, right? You can't fucking stop thinking about this person. Well, yeah, those thoughts create these things around you. But guys, this is your soul's journey. This is not a journey of the mind. This is a journey of the soul. You and your twin flame are the same soul. Now, here are the signs. Sign number 1, you haven't given this person a thought in ages. You haven't even thought about them at all. You're just not really focused on them at all. Okay? And when that starts happening, that's when they do show up in your reality. That's when separation is over. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, a phenomenon, or perhaps stated differently, an experience called Satori, an intense experience of peace, very intense inner peace, which is the felt experience of your soul, right? Intense peace. And remember, you and your twin flame are the same soul. So if you're feeling the energy of your soul, guess who's going to show up? Right. And if they have you blocked, they'll just unblock you, dude, like magic. Okay, but it's not really magic. It's technology. This is what I tell my students, right? I'm the world's leading twin flame coach. I've coached over 4,000 people. And you can go to my website today yourself and read testimonials from my students if you're interested. This is what they're going to say, guys. You experience this intense sense of peace called Satori. Your twin flame is your soul. This is technology. It's not magic. You and your twin flame are the same soul. Okay, sign number 3. You just know. You just know. Why? Why is that so? Why is it that I would just know? Well, knowing, intuition is the soul, guys. These are all things that are going on inside you. Okay, this is your soul's journey. You've released the externalized visions about union, and I have to get this person to be with me, and I have to complete my twin flame mission. You've let all that stuff go. That's all mental stuff, right? Body, mind, soul. If you approach this through the mind, right? So this is kind of, I'm going back into talking point number 1, right? You let go of the person, right? Number 2 is Satori. Number 3 is you just know. Well, the mind is what has you so focused on this other person. And that's what the mind does, guys. That's the mind's job, actually, is to be externalized. It focuses on the outside world, okay? The mind is duality. Body, mind, soul. The mind is duality. I like it, I don't like it. It's good, it's bad. Me, you. Yin, yang, positive, negative, right? Me and then the other person. You're focused on the other person. Everybody on earth believes that they are this personality, this ego, right? It's an identity. It's the mind. And again, it's duality. It's externalized. So, because you believe, because you identify with the personality, you believe you are that, you derive your very sense of self from the ego, the personality. Because you derive your sense of self from the personality, you believe that it is you who is focused on the other person. But it's not. What you are is much, much deeper than thought, much deeper than the personality. You are the awareness. You are consciousness itself. That's the soul. And that's your twin flame. That's why these are the true three signs that separation is almost over. You have released identification with the personality. And that's what everybody on earth does. You're not bad because you were doing that. That's what everybody does. But it's not you. That's not who you are. You are not the personality. You are not the ego. You are not the mind. You are not this entity of thought, a bunch of stored reactions. That's not you. You are the conscious awareness. And over time, you release identification with those thought and emotional forms. The ego that tells you it's all about this person, the other person, my twin flame. I'm here, they're over there, and the ego is focused on this other person, right? You start to recognize that it was never you who was actually focused on this person at all. It was the mind. It was the ego personality. Okay? And energetically, you shift out of identification with the ego. And instead, you remember who you really are. The true self, my sense of self, is the awareness, the consciousness, which is deeper than the personality. That's who you really are. That's your twin flame too, the soul. Okay, and so because you are no longer aligned with the ego personality, you haven't given this person a thought in ages. And by the way, I just want to point something out to you. What I'm talking about is exactly the same as something that I think you might call traditional Zen spiritualism. No longer identifying with the ego, the personality, this entity of thought and emotional forms. And I'm not even saying that the personality is bad, but that's not who you are. The personality is a tool that you can use. It's like a spacesuit you can wear, but you are the astronaut wearing the spacesuit. Today, you believe you are the spacesuit. You believe you are the personality. You believe that it is you who is obsessing over this person, but it's not. It's the entity, and this is the core teaching of traditional Zen spiritualism. That's why I'm the world's leading twin flame coach, because I don't teach people anything new or far-fetched or far-flung or anything that hasn't been tried already for thousands of years. This is your soul's journey, guys. You and your twin flame are the same soul. You just got to do your soul's journey. That's all this is. That's all this is, guys. And that's all it ever was. You just have to stop believing that you are the mind, the ego, the personality. And it's energetic, okay? You can't think your way there. You can't figure out how to do this. This is not a journey of the mind. It's a journey of the soul, which is your twin flame, right? Your soul. Your twin flame is just another incarnation of your soul. Everybody knows that the soul incarnates and deincarnates and reincarnates, right? Your soul is just having two experiences in the same time period. That's all this is, guys. You met the other half of your soul. And by the way, there is no such thing as time. Everybody knows that. You are existing with your soul in the eternal moment of now. Now, the reason that things seem so painful for you, and you may even label your twin flame a narcissist or whatever it is, right? You're projecting fears onto them. Well, it's not really you that's doing that. This is the reason that is happening, because you're approaching this through the ego. The ego is what projects all of these fears onto the other person. And the harder you push energetically, metaphysically, mentally, emotionally, metaphysically, the harder you push onto this person, the harder they pull away. That's why they are running. So you just let all of that stuff go. Not only do they stop acting like a narcissist, but they stick around. Number 2, Satori. So when you are well on your way to energetically shifting out of identifying as the personality ego, which is what is causing them to run, right? When you are well on your way to now deriving your sense of self from the soul consciousness, you start to experience these little shifts in perception, these little shifts in your consciousness. And it's an experience. It's not something that you can figure out or understand. It's called Satori. And Satori is this blissful experience of nirvana. You cannot understand this. You can only experience it. It is deeper than thought. It is deeper than understanding. You cannot think your way there. You cannot figure out how to do this. This is not a journey of the mind. It is a journey of being, of experiencing. It's soul stuff. This is what I tell my students. You got to do soul stuff, guys, not mind stuff. And soul stuff is not actually doing. Soul stuff is being. It is experiencing. And Satori is this experience where the mind, the ego, it just falls away for a time. And you're left feeling this very deep and intense nirvana and bliss and peace. That is the felt experience of your soul. It is very blissful. It is very peaceful. And lo and behold, your twin flame, they may unblock you at this time and start blowing you up with text messages. Happened to me. My twin flame is permanently in my life. And again, I've coached over 4,000 people, and this keeps happening to my students, guys. Why? Because you are your twin flame. You are the soul. The soul is peace. It is consciousness. It is being. It is existing. And you release the duality-based energy of the mind. Me, you. Right? This, that. Push, pull. You push, they pull. Duality, the mind, the ego. You don't exist in that energy anymore. You're just there being. And guess who shows up? Just like that. And again, this is not magic, guys. Okay? This is technology. All right? This is science. This is not magic. Consciousness is energy. Thought is also energy. But thought is duality. Push, pull, plus, minus. If you approach this mentally, emotionally, or metaphysically, they take off running. You have to release the duality systems of the ego and the mind and align with the consciousness, which is deeper than thought. It's the true self. And again, this is an ancient teaching. This is very, very old. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the other person at all. It's all internalized. It's not out there somewhere. The mind is looking out there somewhere, not you. You are the consciousness. Number 3, the knowing. You just know. You just know that your twin flame is going to return. How do you know that? Well, who's asking? The mind. You experience this intense knowing that they're coming. And the mind is there going, how do you know that? It's thinking, it's questioning. How do you know that you exist? How do you know that you are self-aware? How do you know you exist? You just know. That's knowing. You just know. I'm here existing. How do you know that you are conscious? How do you know that there are thoughts going on? You just know. And the mind cannot explain this knowing, but it doesn't need to. This is not a journey of the mind. The mind is not bad, but guys, this is not what it's for. This is your soul's journey. The mind doesn't need to help you with this. So you're going to experience this knowing. The mind may be there questioning the knowing, and that's okay. That's how you know when twin flame separation is almost over. Now, I'm going to give you some tools. I'm going to give you some free tools. I'm also going to encourage you to look around on my YouTube channel. There's all kinds of free coaching videos all over my YouTube channel. You can sign up for my paid coaching program. It's not expensive, guys. I even have payment plans. Okay, you can start for like 60 or 70 bucks. It's so affordable. But let me give you some freebies too. Number one, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read that book. Embrace it. Make a lifestyle out of it. Number two, there's a movie on YouTube I'd like you to watch. It's called Samadhi, S-A-M-A-D-H-I. There's 3 parts. Just watch part 1 for right now. It's free. It's on YouTube. It's only about an hour. Samadhi. Watch my free coaching videos. Learn about consciousness. Experience consciousness. That's your twin flame, guys. It's the soul. This is your soul's journey. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Please give me a like and hit subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.